The school festival had turned the campus into a mini city, glowing lanterns, music echoing from the basketball court, food stalls filling the air with the smell of grilled corn and noodles. Students ran around laughing, wearing glow bracelets and festival badges. You walked with Kai, the two of you arguing over which stall sold the best spicy fries. Kai spoke laughing. I'm telling you, the blue tent makes the best ones. You don't trust my taste? You said the same thing about the lemonade last time. I almost died. You replied, smiling without noticing it. Kai clutched his chest dramatically. Wow, so much disrespect. You laughed. It was natural, light, easy, exactly the kind of laugh Jungkook had never earned from you. Meanwhile, Jungkook stood near the ring toss stall, spinning a bracelet on his finger, trying to pretend he wasn't watching you, but he was. Every single second. Jimin appeared beside him with cotton candy, and he raised a brow. You keep staring at her. Anyone would think you are her boyfriend. Jungkook's head snapped toward him. I'm not staring. Right, and I'm Ariana Grande. Jungkook clicked his tongue and looked away, but his eyes drifted back instantly. There you were, leaning slightly toward Kai to hear him over the music. Something stabbed Jungkook inside. It wasn't jealousy, it was fear, fear that he was too late. Jimin looked at him. She looks really happy with Kai. It's a relief she found someone who make her smile again. Jungkook glared at him while he shrugged. Kai bought you a headband, a soft pastel bunny one, and placed it gently on your head. You went still, surprised. Kai smiled softly. Cute, it suits you. You blushed. That was the moment Jimin actually turned to Jungkook because the air around him changed. Jungkook's jaw tensed, his chest tightened painfully. Why is he touching her? Jimin didn't sugarcoat because she lets him. Jungkook froze. Jimin continued eating his cotton candy like it was the most normal conversation ever. She never let you. You know why? Jungkook swallowed hard. He hated how truth sounded. Why? Jimin met his eyes. Because you made her feel like she wasn't enough. I never said anything to her. Oh, you did. You just didn't realize that she heard that. Jungkook didn't say anything because his attention shifted to you and Kai, who said something that made you laugh freely. You and Kai were walking toward the lantern station when someone stepped in front of you, Jungkook. Your steps slowed. His eyes didn't leave your face for a second, like he was scanning every detail, trying to understand when you learned to glow without him. Kai stopped beside you, confused. You okay, man? Jungkook didn't respond to him. His eyes was only on you. What are you doing with him? His voice was low, almost frustrated. You blinked. Really? That's what he chose to open with? I'm at a festival, Jungkook, not a crime scene. Kai let out a small laugh. Jungkook shot him a sharp look. I'm talking to her. Kai was about to respond, but you lightly touched his arm, signaling him it was okay. Kai stepped back, giving you space, but staying close enough in case you needed him. You faced Jungkook for the first time. You weren't nervous, you weren't shy, you weren't waiting for him to notice you. You were simply standing there, steady, calm, untouchable. Jungkook hated how beautiful that version of you looked. Why did you stop talking to me? You tilted your head slowly. Jungkook, you only noticed I existed when I stopped giving you attention. That hit him hard. Jungkook stepped closer, frustration slipping into desperation. I didn't mean it like that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when you are with him. You were fine when I was invisible. You only care now because someone else doesn't treat me that way. It's not love or liking. You're just not liking the fact that I'm not ruining my life after you. His face went pale. I never thought that. Exactly, you never thought about me before, so why bothering now? Jimin walked over, hands in pockets. He looked at Jungkook. You don't get to be confused now. You had months. Jungkook turned to him sharply. He was angry at this moment. Jimin, stay out of. No, someone has to say it. Jungkook shut his mouth. Jimin rarely raised his voice. Jimin stepped closer. She liked you more than you ever deserved, and you called her boring, unattractive, forgettable. Jungkook's face fell. Now she's finally choosing herself. Let her. Jungkook looked like someone had punched the air out of him because now he realized losing your attention wasn't the punishment, losing the chance to earn it back was. Jungkook looked at you again, not with arrogance, not with teasing, but with something raw, something that scared him more than anything regret. Just tell me one thing. Is it too late? You didn't answer immediately. The music played softly behind you. Lanterns floated into the night sky. Kai watched carefully from behind. Jimin stood still, waiting. You looked at Jungkook, really looked, and realized the truth. The boy you once adored was finally seeing you, but you weren't the same girl who waited anymore. I don't know Jungkook. I just don't know anymore. And for the first time, John Jungkook didn't have an answer. The festival had ended, but the consequences didn't. By Monday morning, the entire school felt different. Whispers, looks, tension hanging like fog because Jungkook was different. He wasn't smirking with his friends, he wasn't ignoring you anymore. He was watching you, every hallway, every classroom, every time Kai stood next to you. It was like Jungkook suddenly forgot how to stay away, and then he snapped. You were heading to the courtyard with Kai, discussing notes for the music assignment, when a hand suddenly grabbed Kai's collar. You froze. Kai stumbled back, confused and angry, because the hand belonged to Jungkook. I told you to stay away from her. Kai shoved his hand away. Are you insane? Who the hell are you to tell me that? Jungkook stepped forward again, his fists clenched. I'm warning you, Kai. Don't get close to her. Your entire body stiffened. You walked forward quickly and pulled Jungkook back with force. What do you think you are doing? He turned to you, eyes burning with frustration and something that looked like hurt. I'm protecting you. You laughed, not out of humor, out of disbelief. Protecting me? From what? Jungkook took a shaky breath. From people who don't deserve you. You stare at him long, hard, as if trying to remember what you ever saw in this boy. That's funny because you were the one who said I wasn't attractive, that I wasn't your type, that I was boring. Jungkook flinched as if you slapped him. You continued, each word cutting clean. And now suddenly you think you have some right over me? For what? Because I stopped running behind you? Because I don't look at you the way I used to? He opened his mouth, but you didn't let him speak. You don't get to do this, Jungkook. Not after everything. Kai stepped beside you, protective, ready to fight if needed. Jungkook's eyes flickered to your hand resting on Kai's arm. That was the final blow. So that's how it is now. You replaced me that fast. Replaced what, Jungkook? There was nothing to replace. Your voice raised a little. His eyes widened like he finally heard the truth he had been running from, and that's when you said the words he feared the most. I don't feel anything for you, not anymore. His breath hitched. like the ground under him had shifted, and then, without thinking twice, you did something that broke him completely. You took Kai's hand, intertwined your fingers, held it. Then, turn your back on Jungkook. Let's go, Kai. And you walked away, not once looking back. Behind you, Jungkook stood frozen, eyes empty, heart hollow, his ego shattered. Jimin watched everything from a distance, and for once he didn't feel bad for Jungkook. He walked up slowly. He stood beside Jungkook, who still hadn't moved. You brought this on yourself, he said quietly, not gentle this time. Jungkook said nothing. Jimin continued. She wasn't asking for much, a smile, a little attention, a little respect. You couldn't give even that. Jungkook clenched his jaw, his voice cracked. I didn't know I would lose her. Jimin cut him off. You didn't lose her, you pushed her away. Jungkook closed his eyes. Jimin stepped closer. And now I want to know something. Jungkook opened his eyes, tired and defeated. Why are you this desperate now? Why are you restless? Why are you acting like your heart is breaking when you were the one who said she wasn't someone you would ever date? Jungkook's lips parted. But no words came out because he didn't have an answer. Not one that wouldn't expose the truth. He didn't realize he cared until you stopped caring. Jimin sighed and shook his head. You don't get to guard her like she's yours, when you never claimed her when she actually wanted you. He walked away, leaving Jungkook alone. For the first time ever, John Jungkook looked small, lost like a boy who finally understood what regret felt like. For the first time since anyone could remember, John Jungkook didn't come to school early. He didn't stand at his locker. He didn't joke with his friends. He didn't smile. He walked into class late, hood up, hair messy, eyes empty, and not a single person dared to tease him. Because everyone could see it, he looked like someone who had lost something important and was only now realizing it. He sat beside Kai working on a project. Jungkook entered and froze when he saw your hand resting on the desk near Kai's. He walked past you slowly, hoping you would at least look at him. You didn't. You didn't even notice him. Kai noticed. He leaned slightly toward you with a whisper. He's staring again. You rolled your eyes. Let him. It's not my problem. Kai smirked. I kind of like this version of you. You chuckled softly, and that tiny sound caused Jungkook's chest to twist painfully. He sat 2 rows behind you, unable to stop himself. He watched the way you leaned toward Kai to explain the notes, the way Kai gently moved your hair out of your face, the way your smile reached your eyes around him. Jungkook closed his eyes. Regret felt like poison. During lunch, Jungkook found you near the vending machine, waiting for your drink. You didn't see him approach until he was right beside you. Wyan, you stiffened, but you didn't look at him. He took a breath like he was gathering courage. Can we talk? You pressed the vending machine button without reacting. We don't have anything to talk about. Jungkook stepped closer. I didn't mean what I said before about you being. You cut him sharply. Don't repeat it. I remember the words clearly. He winced. I was stupid. And now you are what? Enlightened? He swallowed. I'm trying to apologize. You turned to him finally, eyes cold. An apology doesn't undo the months I spent feeling small. I get that you didn't find me attractive, but let's stop it now. Why acting like you care about me all of a sudden? It feels like you don't want to see me moving on from you. You want me to still like you while you can give no shit about my feelings. Jungkook lowered his head. This was not true. He realized he took you for granted and wanted to fix that, but before he could say anything, Kai walked toward you at that exact moment. Hey, you ready to eat? You nodded and walked past Jungkook without waiting. Kai placed a protective hand behind your back, not touching but guiding you away. Jungkook watched you go, and for the first time in his entire life, he tasted self hatred. After lunch, Jungkook sat alone in an empty classroom staring at his hands. Jimin entered without knocking. So, how many times did she reject you today? Jungkook didn't answer. Jimin sighed and sat on the desk opposite him. Come on, Jungkook, let go of her. You never took interest in her, then what happened to you all of a sudden? Don't you want to see her happy? Jungkook rubbed his face with both hands. I can't think straight. I can't focus. I keep seeing her with him. And whose fault is that? Jungkook didn't respond. Jimin leaned forward. Jungkook, say it. Jungkook clenched his jaw. Say the words, it's my fault. Jungkook's voice cracked. It's my fault. Jimin nodded. Good. Now say the other part. Jungkook looked up confused. Say why it hurts. Jungkook blinked rapidly. The truth he never wanted to admit scrapped at his throat. Because I like her. Jimin froze. For once, he didn't have something sarcastic to say. Jungkook looked broken, eyes red, hands shaking, voice trembling. I didn't know before. I didn't think she would ever walk away. I thought she would always be there. Now she's not. Jimin shook his head. You didn't like her, Jungkook. Jungkook looked up confused. Jimin continued, his voice firm but sad. You love the attention, not the girl. Jungkook's heart dropped. Jimin stood. And now you love the girl because the attention is gone. Jungkook's eyes stung. He looked down, breathing unsteady. So what do I do now? Jimin walked to the door and paused. For now, you stay away because she finally learned how to live without you, and you don't get to ruin that. After school, you and Kai were walking toward the gate. Want to grab a drink before heading home? You nodded, but before you could move, you heard footsteps. Jungkook was there again. His breathing was unsteady as if he had run after you. Wyan, please. You turn around slowly. What now? Jungkook looked at your hand, the way Kai always held your bag for you, the way he stood protectively close. I can't watch you with him. You raised an eyebrow. You don't get to watch anything. You lost that right the day you made me feel like I was nothing. His lips parted, his voice broke. I never meant to hurt you. You smiled sadly. Intentions don't erase reality, Jungkook. He stepped closer, voice trembling. Just tell me what I need to do. I'll fix it. I'll change. I'll do anything. You looked at him, really looked, and felt nothing. Not anger, not love, not longing. Just closer. There's nothing left to fix. I don't feel anything for you anymore. You reached for Kai's arm. This time, you laced your fingers with his and walked away, leaving Jungkook standing in the empty school ground, looking like a boy who had finally understood what it meant to lose something he never valued.